For this next piece, we get to travel back in time 200 years plus, right? To a journalist on board of an English vessel shelling us here in this country, 1812, and writing this poem of his experience that night and then the following day when the flag was still there. Francis Scott Key, the Star-Spangled Banner. Well, in the year 2012, the U.S. Mint celebrated that very special evening, or day as you would call it. And they put out a silver dollar. And many of you might have seen this silver dollar individually. But then late in the year, they made a folio, as they call it, which was basically all the good stuff in one package. Extremely limited, like 50,000, no, way less than that. And tonight, for the first time in a long time, we have that folio back in stock. So the Star-Spangled Banner, and they did a phenomenal job with the packaging, as you can see, right? Francis Scott Key on the ship in the harbor, right? Fort McHenry in the battle. Basically the shelling of, and, well, the next day, it still was there. So there's a couple of things on this that are important. First of all, the folio is just a story and a history of the Star-Spangled Banner, as you can see in the bottom right. And this is nothing other than rah, rah, USA and rah, rah, the American flag. Our symbol, right? And to make it even a little bit better, to make it even a little bit more homey to the story and the history, in the pen of Francis Scott Key, they actually reproduced the original poem, the original rim that came into our national anthem. Tonight, all of it combined, this is a 90% silver dollar, by the way, the same size and weight as a Morgan dollar or a peace dollar. And tonight, yes, that's not wrong. That price is correct, $69.95. Now here's the deal. In 2012, we were having a lot of fun with collectible coins. Remember, the U.S. Mint introduced a brand new concept to collecting. We're going to launch something on one day, and 30 days later, we're going to cancel it. And whatever you guys order, that's the mintage. Remember that? That was the 2012 two-piece San Francisco set. So they did the same thing here. We opened it up. And a lot of fun stuff going out there. And they ended up, after 30 days, with only 39,362, making it one of the most limited special presentation folios ever done by the U.S. Mint. And trust me, it wasn't because of the theme. But here's another one that's a little fun tidbit. If you look at a lot of U.S. coins, you'll see like the Walking Liberty half dollar. You don't see the flag directly, but the flag is wrapped around. She's not wearing a gown, she's wearing the American flag. And you'll see that with a number of coins in our history. You'll see the shield, right, with our flag imposed on the shield, like our Lincoln cent. This is the only coin in U.S. history where the theme on the obverse is the flag. Lady Liberty carrying the flag, as you see on the bottom. If you look on top, on the upper right, you're going to also notice the reverse design is also the American flag. Just a little tidbit. Phones are jammed, thank you all. It's about a phenomenal set at a crazy price, and unfortunately, there's only so many to go around. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. Yes, you are accurate. The comment from Hunter wasn't this a rhyme, an English song that was transferred into an American theme? And the answer is yes. The words were written by Francis Scott Key. The hymn, the actual song, the flow, the cadence, that was taken from an English song, a bar song actually, yes. Good one. Every once in a while. I like to see history. We're talking about history. We're talking about the origin of how things came. And by the way, here's the coin. I love this stuff. Been involved with it all my life. How about the rarity? Don't forget the rarity. 39, 362, and today with silver pushing over 40. How about going back in time and getting one of the classics, one of these most beautiful presentations ever made by the U.S. Mint? And it's only $69.95, which is less than a silver eagle today. Yeah, special set.